Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Stellaris. Where are we? We're 2245. We've got an uneasy peace-ish with the Valkyrian Assembly. We are friends with the Royal Pious Alliance. That is one of the ancient empires right there, the Jack's Timebot continuance. And there's all kinds of other trouble down here. There's also like these little Solcaton cooperative, but they've been handed their asses by the Royal Pious Alliance, so there's not really much going on there. We've got a first contact bit going on over here. We do have an envoy assigned, and we are on our way to try and find this rubricator over here as an interesting item. Let's speed things back up, not too fast. We don't want to be going fast at the moment. In terms of who we are, if you haven't seen the previous episodes, we are a xenophilic, fear the dark start. So aliens have potentially interfered in our past. We have a splinter population in our home system, which I'll just bring up now if we go to the illuminated jewel over here. We have Sheltered Reach and Haven. Haven is the people that are, let's say, against alien interference, and we're like, hey, aliens probably not that bad, so we're trying to encourage intergalactic relations, and they are trying to kill everyone that is not of our own species. During the process of going around the galaxy, we've colonized a number of planets. We have uplifted pre-sapient civilizations, so they are now part of our wonderful galactic empire. Let's pick back up. Okay, so Caravan is old with defects. Our starbase in the Polsarath system reports that the Orlan Memorial Caravan fleet has evacuated and abandoned a decrepit ship in a now unstable orbit around the system's central star. Well, we're not going to search it. Let's just let the sun swallow. Whatever's on board is definitely not worth the hassle.
System survey.
Okay, we have a couple of things going on. We finished our survey down here. That's great. We have other plans for places to go. We have enough influence that we can take this. So let's get that queued up right. Why can't we build a research thing around this? I feel like we should be able to build a research thing there. Oh, because we're already performed. Right, that's why. Okay, I kind of need to... It's probably going to abandon that. That's annoying. Can we pull up the queue in any way? We just take out the second one. I know we can stop the entire thing, but that's not really what I was going for. It's fine. When we unpause, we'll see if it carries on or if it stops. It is carrying on. That's good. Alright, so he's going to finish doing that, then he's going to go and colonize this place where we've got a load of materials to exploit. A commander from Haven, the Splinter Colony, is offering to join our navy as a temporary commander. Our motivations are unclear, but our informants tell us there may be a scandal involved. Before we do this, I have been burned in the past. Let's see where we are with stuff. We're 3 months away from getting our next bit of diplomacy. How are we doing on leaders? It would take us over our limit for commanders. We could fire a commander, and that's fine. So we could get rid of Glabber Glabber, who is literally just commanding the first fleet. Sure, as long as you don't go rogue. So we will pause immediately. Let's have a look at it. Artillery weapon damage up 20%. Wow. Damage to space fauna up. Sublight speed up. Ship weapon range up. Ship hull points up. Nice. And cloaking strength up by 2. Yeah. Sorry, Glabber Glabber. We're swapping you over, and that means you're going to get fired, because there's no reason to have you still on staff. It's a shame, but goodbye. And that keeps our Unity expenditure as it was. So back to the norm.
Construction
we go.
complete.
Awesome. Few more energy credits, a few more alloys. We have a new colony that is currently underway. That's going to be another year and a bit before it's done. That's going to be our bread basket. So we're going to start producing a whole bunch of food over there. In terms of each of our existing colonies, we do want to check in on them periodically just to make sure that we have enough jobs available. Over here, we've got loads of technician jobs, plenty for the population as it grows. So even though we can have more buildings, it's not going to help us particularly. Over on Sheltered Reach, we also have a whole bunch of jobs still available. There are specialists and elites who want to move elsewhere because there aren't jobs available for them. And we could potentially try and put something in to give a slightly better employment opportunity for them. So like some engineers from a mineral research place. It will drop our miners' output down. However, we don't have the self-connecting circuitry yet, so we can't do that. At least I'm pretty... yeah, we can't do that yet. Pretty certain. So the capital is not going to be changing anytime soon. Colonist miners, there's still plenty of jobs for people to be keeping busy over here. We've ended up with definitely an elite strata and no one moving into the lower down roles. And then on Seldis, this is on generator world. Loads of soldier jobs. No one moving in on them, but we don't really have any crime, so that's not a problem either. These specialists will gradually degrade and take up some of the lower stanchions jobs, but it's going to take them a little bit of time to do that. We could potentially get another civilian industries thing to try and fill them out a bit and try and shore up the consumer goods. Let's stick it in there and hope it doesn't affect our bottom line too much. Right, we have first contact event with the Chai aliens. That's up here. Mysterious sighting of an unidentified ship in the Tinique system continues to invite speculation. Its design is completely unfamiliar to us, suggesting that we might be dealing with a new alien civilization. Keep at it. This definitely looks like someone else. And the sooner we get across to the Rubicon, the better. Ooh. So, do we get one more envoy, or do we go for the favors? I think the favors is really what we want. Getting favors from people that we've got envoys assigned to is really... It's one of our long-term goals. Especially when people don't like us. Like the Valkylians. The Valkylians have not liked us for a very long time. If we can start accumulating favors with them, that will be really good. Favour gained already. I wonder how we can actually use this, or if we can use this. Let's have a look at the diplomacy. There's no specific indication on here of the favours that we have. So right now, I think those favours are going to really wait until we dig in and start trying to improve things. Once we kind of rival them a bit better in terms of like fleet power, I think that will work in our favour. We can't afford to do any of the funky espionage things yet. So I think we have to wait. Still, nice to know we do have a favour. And we're going to potentially keep getting them from doing that. Once we get like a galactic community and really start setting diplomacy on the galactic stage, these favours are going to come in handy. Maybe even before then. How are you getting along? You are still moving into position to get that building underway. We don't have any upgrades to do on our fleet. And we've also got nothing really to fight.
System survey complete.
There is this void energy cloud, but that's not worth us engaging with. We could potentially come down here and rattle the saber down at the Sockton area, but that's not going to help us either. So having our own fleet kind of middle, able to reposition, that's where the use comes. Okay, the Kundry system. Ooh, yeah. All the way down here in the middle rim, we have this section that we're kind of exploring and seeing if it reconnects back up. I don't think it's worth us surveying this place. Just push straight on to the unsurveyed system, because we know that the Asletians don't like us. And we have climate control network, so one of our first tile blocker bits is done. What's going to be best for us next? Off-world trading company? Don't really think so. And I don't think it really leads to much else. Xenobiology would make a lot of sense for who we are. Let's go with the Xenobiological lab. It's not going to be long, it's going to be 20 months before everything else gets done. We are a little bit behind on that kind of research anyway. And right now we're losing a little bit on each of our materials. But that's not really... What the hell is this system? And where does it connect? Does this connect up like there underneath? Hang on. I think that might connect up to there. It's like slap bang in the middle of our area. Worrying. Come across to here for now. In fact, come all the way over because we might have that surveyed soon enough. In fact, it has been surveyed. It's going to be a while before we can actually build on it, but you may as well get in the right system. In the meantime, we're going to carry on exploring. Let's survey this, and then we'll survey this. The other ship that we have is just going to move straight through and see what's going on with the Rubicon. So they're kind of working together. We have a more important thing to do. Come and survey this system. I did not see that potentially habitable world. And we want it. We want all of the habitable worlds. I know our empire size is kind of a bit sprawling.
Construction complete.
However, it is always worth it. Research first, then mining. We really need that that world to be finished so that we can start actually producing more food. This does seem to be like moving back and forth between them, so I'm assuming we've got intermittent costs coming in. Either way, we've got a decent buffer of stuff. You know what I could do? I could sell a bunch of that and buy a bunch of alloys. Because we're always going to need alloys, so building them or prepping them ahead of time makes a lot of sense. The Gethesian Citizens League has declared us rivals. Where the hell are they? We don't precisely... Hang on, wait. Down there. Alright, well if they want to declare us rivals, we'll do it right back. There's no reason not to. Oh, they don't like us. Definitely declare rival on them. In the meantime, is it worth us getting spies? Probably not. But as soon as the first contact is done, we'll assign our envoy across. Where do they sit in terms of the victory thing? So we're here at position 12. They're above us. They're not too much above us, but they are better than their immediate... Well, not all of their immediate neighbours. Yeah. Well, we have another first contact thing with the Sidum system. Iota aliens. We don't have an envoy to assign there at the moment. And this is... Oh, this is down here. Okay. That is a little bit what... We do not want to go into this place. This place looks very nasty. Yeah, let's mostly keep away from. I mean, we'll do this first. It might be another ancient empire. We'll have to weigh that up, I think. Okay. The Vargekans have removed their embassy. Oh, no. Yeah, they... So the Vargekans are over here. Okay, that's fine.
Some first contact missions will present options for help.
The Chai aliens appear eager to establish communications, so they want to actually talk with us. Their trust is definitely most welcome. Ah, it's Space Kiddies! Bald Space Kiddies, but still base Space Kiddies, and they're definitely open to communicate with us. So that's going to help out in terms of the speed. 75 months until our next Unity bid is done. Oh yeah, the Vargekans are closing their borders. We'll do the same. If they're kind of gearing up for war, and it looks like they're kind of gearing up for war, we'll close the borders. Borders are always closed towards rivals. Interesting. So that communication was more just to say it had already happened. Genesis project is complete. We have a new colony, and we have identified the Sarat as a species that we can uplift. So right now, actually no, it's the Armaglad. Is Sarat is the colony name. Sorry, I misread that. So these are obviously Alpine preference. They're conservative. They're pretty boring, but that's fine. Let's get them
Situation log
uplifted.
updated.
We'll set that researching. That'll be done in 15 months. In the meantime, this world, we want to have agriculture districts early. So let's get one going, and yeah, it's going to cost us a little bit in terms of generators and stuff, but it's all in the name of feeding the Empire. The Valkylian Assembly has started to pick a fight with the Royal Pious Alliance. That's funny.
System survey complete.
Oh, we have an anomaly. By the looks of it, at the same time as the survey is complete. So, you're going to go ahead and actually investigate this because it's nice and easy. We have an alien machine on the surface of one of the asteroids. Unknown origin and purpose. Go ahead and investigate that, and then you can carry on afterwards towards the rubricator. While I think about it, actually, it's not the government, it's not society management, it's going to be... one more research lab will tick off one more of these things. But the rest of this is kind of stagnated at the moment. Veterans for Victory movement definitely don't like things. How's the alien awareness? Joining a federation, forming a federation probably would work. Keeping enclave stations within our borders. Does that mean we could actually colonize something like this system here? Maybe. We'll have to have a look at that. It's worth taking a little bit of time to just have a nose through and make sure we're not missing anything. Let's have a look at our collection, actually. In order to dig in and find another artifact, we'll need a little bit more, or we can spend and get a precursor site insight. That will give us the location of a precursor site, not necessarily an insight into it. Okay, I think we'll wait for the artifact analysis. That tends to do us well. It won't take too long. No major relics. Right, this alien machine. Further scans suggest the machine is still operational, though its purpose remains entirely unclear. The science officer, Vika Noflaven, has never seen anything like it. Some of its materials look familiar, but most are strange and utterly alien, as the design of its components. The machine has what appears to be a console, with one item in particular standing out, a large crooked neighbour. Ooh, pull the lever. As our scientists pulled the lever, the machine emitted a huge blast of energy that multiplied in shockwaves, twisting and rippling through the void, tearing open a wormhole in E13. Unexpected. After the residuous energy diffused, the wormhole and immediate air around settled, and now appear to be stable enough for safe passage. As to what awaits on the other side, our scientists are not sure. The machine itself has since returned to an inactive state and no longer gives off any anomalous readings. Well, we're definitely going to have an ongoing research option. We want this place. Now, we've got two choices. Come down here and colonize this, or can we... Can't explore the wormhole because we need wormhole stabilization. Even though it says it's stable, it's not for the moment. So nothing changes. Nothing changes right now. Just this becomes a bit of a threat, and we might want to upgrade the starbase. I say might want, definitely want. Because if this is now a point of entry, it's worrying. Oh, they are really going after our neighbour, aren't they? Okay, Ramplar. They've expanded, you can't explore anymore. And it's not letting you go in here. I'm assuming the borders are closed, so... come and survey this way instead. How long is it going to take you to upgrade? Not long. We're going to get 3 defense platforms here, so that's fine.
Handshake protocols activated.
Are you going through the wormhole? Interesting. Right, we've got a Vengralian caravan fleet coming through. Show us your wares. They want a science ship, excluding crew. One-time delivery to a single colony of bears. No, not interested. Again, 80 years of 10% extra housing doesn't give us any benefit. Not interested. Move along. We have said this in the past. Yeah, the space amoeba is going in. I want to know where you're going. I didn't come out here. It's a very big galaxy. Seeing as this is a habitable world, it's a savanna world. We don't know the habitability until it's been surveyed, but we need to get a colony ship on the way as soon as we can. Okay, we've been able to decipher the Chai aliens, so this is giving us a bunch of influence. That's good. That means we can get people building stuff.
They can talk.
On screen.
Want to talk to us.
The Pious Gaussian Alliance. So they're pacifist spiritualists. A religion based around cats. I can get behind this. Cooperation will greatly benefit us, I am sure. It would be nice to know where they are. I'm assuming up this way somewhere. However, more important things. Get the starbase building here. Once you're done with that, get a starbase building here. And that's those two secure. We have an envoy now free. Let's go ahead and try and see what's going on down in this area.
Construction complete.
good. An anchorage will improve our naval capacity. Let's assume this is purely defensive. So target uplink computer or disruption field generator. Drop their shield hit points or put our range up is really what it comes down to. Let's go for a disruption field generator. Up here, I think we'll probably go for 1 gun, 1 torpedo. And that will do for right now in terms of those
Council
upgrades.
agenda available.
Hey, cool. Build relations. This is going to make our trust growth and diplomatic weight skyrocket, at least as much as it can. When it said agenda available, it didn't mean it was ready for launch. It meant one of the previous ones had come back. So that's the impenetrable border. That's me misunderstanding. Okay, the Valkynians have claimed the recent. They're claiming everything. We don't care about that. They will do what they will try to do. Interesting that the space amoeba, maybe the same one, has ended up in their territory. I wonder if there is also a wormhole that's appeared over here. That could be problematic in itself. The Iota aliens down here, signs of barbarism. Just double checking, this is the Iota aliens. Although their dwellings on habitat stations would suggest an advanced society, Envoy E13 is unsure whether we are indeed dealing with an intelligent life form. They seem unremittingly hostile. So much so that stable society seems almost unthinkable. Even during our brief period of investigation, we've observed several displays of pure barbarism. They seem to have a language, but our linguists are still working on deciphering it. Carry on. Do what you can. How are we doing on jobs over here? People are sort of taking on farmer roles a bit. We don't have a planetary deficit in food, but it's going to take a while before it's breaking even or making a profit. That's for certain.
Construction complete.
Oh no, the Rubicon's just through the Pious territory. This is fine. This is fine. We'll just jump right through and see what's going on. You're basically speeding on through anyway, so that doesn't matter. We are losing a little bit of money. Okay, at the coordinates of the Rubicator's last known location, we've discovered a habitable planet with what we believe may be some form of settlement, covering a large portion of the surface. This settlement consists of tall, pile-like towers visible all the way from space. Our archaeologists are eager to excavate in search of the Rubicator. So, start digging is a thing. We're going to have to survey the system and hope we claim it before they do. The Genesis uplift is complete, and the Admargids have joined us, giving us 5,000 unity. This is good. This is another 300 population in the colony. If I bring up the colony, that means we have farmers for days. Let's get another farm going. It still says we've got 200 available jobs, but those will be civilian jobs. With our unity, now we can push for better trust cap, I guess? Or we get another envoy and start extorting favours from other people. No. You know what we do? We get another envoy. And we start building an espionage network. Petals of Grey. Go and start building a spy network. So the Ramplar down here is really running out of spaces to explore. Bypass the next one because they've already got a ship there. I don't like the fact that they've kind of cut us off on that.
Research complete.
More Iota aliens, that's worrying. It looks different ship style. It's a locust swarm. We have rare crystal mining. That's one of the remaining rare materials for us. Speaking of materials, we should probably have a look at the artifacts in a second. Let's have a look and see what we have. Improved hulls. That's fine. Alloy mega forges. I don't know if we need that right now. The Applied Mechanics Institute does lead us a bit more towards having those specialists working. Right now, let's go for holographic casts. It's a relatively short one in comparison. Is the science ship going to hit the locust swarm and die horribly? Having decoded what counts as a language, our envoy has identified the Iota aliens as a nomadic civilization known as the Wildlings, the Strudzekish Wildlings. They occupy a large number of space stations in and around the Salem system that house the bulk of their massive numbers in crowded and squalid conditions. Despite this, and perhaps because of it, they seem to have developed a strong martial culture. Okay, there is no central government, instead they're divided into several different factions that vie endlessly with one another for resources and respect.
They can talk, and they want to talk to us.
Hey, more Dwarmaks! What do you want, foolish Dwarmak? What happened to make your face look like that? Reactor accident, vacuum exposure? Hey, look at you! We are the Shungetish. We hunt Dwarmak. If you come to Shungetish turf, we make Dwarmaks too. Not good for you, yes? Hi! Perhaps you know other Dwarmaks. Perhaps you want them to be Dwarmak stew. This can be arranged. Shungegish not above fighting for Dwarmaks against other Dwarmaks if price is right. Okay, so we can contact them and get them to attack other people. This is interesting. Let's go to diplomacy. We know of a good raiding target. So it has to be someone that we're rivals with. So let's say the Bagatessians. And it costs 3,000 to do it. We could hire a leader. An admiral. General. 2,000 apiece. Good to know that that is an option as well. Oh, there's another habitable planet down there. So in order to actually go in there with the locust swarm, I think we would have to set our fleet stance to passive. Yeah. Then we can go in fine. It's no longer the Iota aliens, actually. It's now just a locust swarm. I do wonder whether they're going to get absolutely mullered. For now, let's survey this system. In fact, no, they will have finished surveying, otherwise they wouldn't have moved on. Let's move through carefully, and we will see if their ship is going to get... Yeah. Change of plan. Don't go that way. Their whole territory is a bit of a minefield, and pushing further through is likely to be problematic. Up here, we could maybe skirt the border if we're super cheeky. So let's get in carefully, and we'll maybe try and cut that corner. But it is definitely something that we'll need to be careful about. Oh, that planet is not habitable, or barely habitable. Okay, order.
Construction complete.
Has been restored on Sheltered Reach with a significant reduction of crime. The moon's once pervasive criminal underworld has been reduced to nothingness. The population has been imbued with a renewed sense of safety and harmony. Thankfully, that is just balancing things out. We've done a lot to bring the crime down, and I'm really glad that they are properly stable again. We do still have a bunch of jobs that haven't been filled. Farmers and miners. They're the ones that people keep moving through before they move elsewhere. If we push for more population, we do still have available housing. So yeah, let's leave it to keep growing by itself. And there we go. We have even more farmer jobs available.
Construction complete.
On the new place. We have a starbase in Regia. Right, research stations first, then the mining station. I really want to claim this system. It's going to take a lot of influence to be able to do that. Because we're jumping over our neighbours. However, it has a relic world. It may be that they don't know about it, actually, because this is the Rubicon system. Right, Ramplar, you are in position. Well, this is going to be a mistake.
System survey complete. System survey complete. Science ship taking damage.
Damn! Wow, that happened so quickly. They just obliterated us. We warped in and they were just like, nope, gone. So we've lost our head of research. Xenophile, you fill that space. We've lost a science ship down here. That's not a huge loss. It is obviously a shame. We don't want to lose science ships, but it's not going to provide any benefit to us. Let's get a starbase building there, and for right now, you can stay where you are. Actually, Supla, you've finished surveying. Move on to the next one. Yeah, losing that ship, we weren't going to do much else with it. We could have sent it over to explore these parts. We will probably actually get another ship, come to think of it. Which reminds me, I wanted to check. You used to be able to assist with research on planet. Doesn't look like you can do that anymore. It's good to know. So, Xenophile has unfortunately passed away. These things happen. It's a dangerous life on the frontier. We know that this area is definitely not accessible. Getting past is probably doable, but there is that massive locust swarm there, so we're not going to get to them anytime soon. So it's really going to be a question of whether we can swing around this way and bring it back in any shape or form. I like that we've got space amoebas in our territory. All of that is, however, going to be questions for next time. We are unfortunately out of time for today. Before we go, discoveries, collection, let's do an artifact analysis. Oh, that is the maximum number of uses for artifact analysis. It's not even that it's on cooldown. That's just it. Okay. Well, let's get a precursor insight then.
Situation log updated.
There may be a precursor connection near Lycia 6. And Lycia 6 is... Okay, it's over here. We should definitely investigate that. Let's get ourselves a science ship just before we finish off. Because this won't take long to build one, and then we'll hire ourselves
Research complete.
a new person. Cold fusion reactor is done. Ideal timing. Ooh. We could start getting astral threads. That's very cool. I also like the idea of the research complexes for the exotic materials, and that's going to be relatively cheap. Let's go for that. Down here, the Faculty of Archaeo Studies. What will that give us? More society research is the short of it. Which can lead to a lot of ancient things. Interesting. I'm not against that. Biologists are converted to archaeo engineers if built on a relic. Well, we're going to have to get this in preparation for the relic world, aren't we? We're going full old school science with the reactors upgrade available. Let's go and get them queued up. And we should have our new science ship in just a moment.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
First things first. New science ship, which we need a new leader for. We want someone who's going to be reasonable at exploring, I think, or archaeology. Both of those would be good. A long lifespan would also be quite welcome. So if you're a planetary governor, then you're good at the infrastructure upkeep and build speed, but there's crime. So basically, you're corrupt. That's what I'm learning from this. Let's take Isabella. And we will set you to come and research this. We do have a trait to put in. Carefree, anomaly research speed up, or Rome with survey speed up. Both good. Let's go with Rome. I think that's probably going to be more useful in the grand scheme of things. And obviously we have the... Oh, actually no, this is a new archaeological site all the way over in the Orville system. Well, we'll get to that when we get to that. We have a first contact event with the Mu aliens over here. We'll assign our envoy from the previous one. And that is where we're going to finish for today. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Stellaris. See you soon.